prayers before teachings, Rinpoche? Okay.
So first I want to say hello and welcome to everyone who's watching online. First I'm going to offer you the Ling, the oral reading transmission for this practice.
Sonza tamba terdo dan togon lechen pola ambe Radam korva matomba kanda truva jume che kanda mavelo yena Sawa tatan chelanche Nishi kichi jinju na samaya Namanguri nyamesi jinchi pame peto chunye randa chunja drapeso Shamra dorje kunga pemanje Yeme tenen ura sawande Tawaye daye bachembonga Gomba macho shujo randanga Drive madhu kunda sambonga Omo samanta badahong Omo samanta badahong Omo samanta bada laso tene tambo long te pugi tene pe katin chesan chen nambasa yabo sen nangro che se.
Okay, so now I'm going to offer you the Lung, the oral reading transmission. Thank you all for joining us, and please listen carefully.
Yangtro dorje kotrab ne se.
The title is Vajra Armor from the Quintessentially Wrathful Black Hayagriva.
Pema nhungo jen no jotsam pema kasan dom gala yan chen choken renye pema chone shesat. Kordo khando mongbo ko chi ji jeso da ji chinje lop che shesat. Gura pema se de ngonze rinze non den do che cha mon de che mon ba da e cha ta da penje cha san ru. Jitari chi dorje la so wan de. Rani cha do tina ngam doje dujan zembai. Kula thatra paje zo chapsan penye thadade. Ishe me pon longdo jo kele me chon chade ta. Pana lome zendo ne ngelon selon tsabdata. Nirim dange la para joro. Hong benza pe om pema shaware pet. Nen para she naga nen te yata. Sawambirita hana hana benzana. Raja Raja so Shi Chindu Da Chin Tinju Du Sung Chu La Nga De Tong Chu Che Pa Ma Jun De Na Wu De Pu Ta Wen Tun De We Kam Na Ne Dun Tam Je Je Me De Lang Parang Lang Ne Song Ja Sung Je Len De Pe Ni Lu Je Ngang De Jiang De Chong Se Nyam Para Sha Layan tele lakura dang lang ngama shi je pe wo ye ne zo pe yong de la yin dan ye shi yin me ngang kawa nyang de long de mu do de jing ngang de a on de dang de sum ge zo gang kan nyam do a yong lang o da so je bre je ba nang chom bu je de sang je sho Wanchi yangzhu jinguru de gosum menzhu zhaxi sha. Chenji rong toba tang lakur nganju zhaxi sha. Xin gada longchen de konde uju zhaxi sha. Changdung dunjum duji seme shara durji. Chane tante milo sumchi sasum pardu kaja tamne tar tende thila papa na slalom nirviling na tenla papde yangchu tsarib sung kone junchirde langwa njane sos tene ta sonam de tamche sekpa ni tamne nyebe dana pamchi shi jega na che palong chupa sepen tsole drowa drowa re shos ta tene ta long de pu sa yin se tene long ya che song wa sa wa tene chong su na sang yin ya tene go la long pu yin se tene yin tene tu zo ta tene ka ta ma de pen chen kai shi yo sa re tene tun zo email tang xiong za tene kurang zo tu zo tar de chen tene nga gong de wa America ge de California ge tem Kandre chila yak ya na ya, tsen yi na ya, chepar me, tena ko pe de nyong nyong de, tena nga long pugi yin se tena shira chi. Nga shi te tsa tab dewa mundo, kandre chigara se tena sega to tuza tena.
So now I've finished offering you the Lung for this practice. If anyone missed the Lung today, don't worry because I'll also offer the Lung again at the beginning of tomorrow morning's session. And also if there's anyone who missed receiving the Lung because of like it being at an inconvenient time, then please send an email, and we can arrange a time whenever is convenient for you and whenever is good in relation to California time. Because this is a very short lung, it's very easy to give it. So if anyone missed it because of inconvenient timing, then please get in touch with us, and we can arrange a different time for you to receive the lung. So now we're going to do the Vajra Armor practice and talk about the benefits of the practice. And so anyone who doesn't have time to stay for the teachings but just wanted to join us to receive the loom can leave now if you need to.
Penche nangba yinanda, nangba menanda, kandel rakang na rangi, ten metsendila ya, tene nyepar tu, tene karse, ta rang kia la chigla ye chenko gres, jiten korang la, tene karse tse song tene, tene pe danga chenpo yung gres.
All of us, whether we're Buddhists or not, pretty much all of us, we definitely need to we definitely need to have some spiritual practice for ourselves in this life. If we don't, and if we only get caught up in worldly things and like only think about things in terms of ordinary worldly existence, then we'll have a lot of suffering because of that. And in any case, the root of all spiritual practice is to have a pure-hearted mind.
And
also all like ordinary worldly, decency, good behavior comes down to having a good state of mind, having a pure-hearted mind. So having a pure-hearted mind, a positive motivation is really important. It's a really precious thing. And then on top of that, if we can have bodhicitta, then that's a really amazing, extraordinary thing, and it's very fortunate and very meritorious for us if we can have that. And so generally in these kind of times, in this degenerate age that we're in now, and especially at times like this when there's epidemic diseases spreading,
되게 중원성 견디고 민기열에 상가랑서.
These kind of situations don't come about without any cause or conditions. They don't just pop up like mushrooms appearing on a grassy lawn. We are experiencing the ripening of the results of the causes we've created.
따뜻해 강연서나 되네. 레 상보 마치벤 되고 다 랭엠뱅은 되고 상마가 하고 그래서 저와이나면 하고 그래서
If we're Dharma practitioners, then we understand that this is the result of not doing good karma. It's the results of our negative karma.
구름버치가 롱테요레스
And also Guru Rinpoche prophesies this kind of situation happening.
다 마음그 두설했더니 배 가와 배 닝마나 되는 드만다 용그레스
He prophesies that in future times, in this degenerate age, all kinds of different negative circumstances would happen.
간데스 용그레스나 되네 야게 뽐보이나야 정보 맞이와 되네 트엘당 맞아방와 예 된데게 랭엠 받지
So one of the kinds of negative karma beings one of the kinds of negative karma that Guru Rinpoche prophesies that beings in the degenerate age would experience was that the leaders, the rulers, would be dishonest and shameless.
되는 방야 됐다듯이 되는 랑게 강 톱도시 랑거 멤버들라 톱도지 트레당 맞아방 셀프시코나지
And also the common people under those rulers would act in the same way, trying to exploit and put down others as much as they're able to in a really shameless, selfish way.
되는 다 쳐봐이나야 되는 배 속보지
And Dharma practitioners also would be hypocritical.
되는 라마 겐드 트루크 캠보 쳐봐이나야 되는 배 다티 주크론 다이미 그 십선 그 코르코나 마다지 줄라 닝제메와 닝제가 자와 감성바
Guru Rinpoche prophesies that in these times the lamas, the sangha, the tulkus and kempos and dharma practitioners would only be preoccupied with material wealth and just pursuing the receiving donations on behalf of living and deceased people, but they would have no compassion. The root of their compassion would be dried up.
되게 나왔더니 뽐보 약보야 용그레스
And in these kinds of times, good leaders do appear.
이나 빼 틀어야 되는 내가 가르쳐지대 드럽되야라 빼 깔래 요래서 벌제 망보 요래서
But it's difficult for them to accomplish whatever activities they set out to do to benefit others. They have a lot of obstacles when they try to do beneficial things.
되는 방이나야 되는 약보되는 요래서 메서 빼 약보되는
And also some of their subjects are also very good-hearted people.
삽자서나 하고 그러면
Some of the common people would also be very good people.
이나야한테는 돈sol라 빼 독자 소사이티게 되는 돈sol라 독자 제그레스
But those those good people would be considered evil by society in general.
다 텐데치나 상냐 하마고 테 텐덴 두게 트럭네 랭엠베게 트럭
So people in the degenerate age don't understand don't understand what's positive and what's negative. They're like disturbed and deceived by the maras.
테네 라마 쳬바야 야포 켐보 트르쿠 다 테네 페 미세 야포 베나 사플람 테네 망보 텅거레스
And also in the degenerate age, many great lamas, practitioners, kempos and tulkus, many sublime beings will appear.
ten tonzo양 심제간 ton제발 베 파르제 망보 요레스
But they have a lot of obstacles in trying to benefit sentient beings.
tonzo가 연덴테 하마고치 테네 티마임보 속보가 칼랑주거레스
So that people don't recognize and appreciate the good qualities of those good lamas, but they're drawn to the hypocritical ones.
텐데게 투즈 베 용거레스 투닝말라
So these are the kinds of times wherein these are the kinds of things that happen in the degenerate age.
테네 티캅슬라 셴파 랑근 낭멘솔라 찌게찌게 이 메체 텐데게 투갑 용거레스
Also in these kinds of times, it happens that family members don't believe each other
이처럼 not trust
or don't trust each other.
아 테네 테네 gemba yonde yamba sambo lab자치네 시험바자 냥가 마레스
So when the older family members with good qualities try to give good advice to the younger ones don't listen.
다 텐데게 투즈 테 틸라타 generation 세그레 텐데게 투즈 용거레 상고rum바자 당보네 롱텐도세
So Guru Rinpoche prophesied all of this and prophesied that these kind of times would happen, that this degenerate age would come.
테네 티캅슬라 테네 트라마시베 땅망보 용거요레스
And he also prophesied that in these kinds of times many inauspicious signs would appear.
가인스나 테네 베 테네 칠로근 정화 툭 테네 정화게야 테네 테네 심젤라 나바치
Like disturbances of the outer elements that harm sentient beings.
테네 나바치 테네 뒤 탐제 인교로 뒤 짜는 예바메바치 야르근 tun제게 뒤양
And also the time and the seasons would become unstable and unreliable, so that like summer, fall, winter, spring, the cycle of the seasons and the weather would become unstable.
테네 랑게 정화 미게 난 정화양 툭
And also the inner elements of the people's bodies would become disturbed.
텐데 손다 테네 테네 베 르라 나사 망보
And because of that, we have a lot of sicknesses a lot of diseases in our bodies.
테네 텔라 템베가 셈나 동al 망보
And because of that, we also have a lot of suffering in our minds.
테네 베 텐데 용거요레스 텐데레 텐텐저 용갑슬라 테네 네 돌아야나야 테네 쥐메바 맨라야 네바메바
So these are the kinds of times that Guru Rinpoche prophesied would come. And also in these times, food doesn't have nutrition to it, and medicine doesn't have any power to it.
다 텐데 용거요레스 테 딱대 되네 메게 둘로 간다야나야 되네 배 둘로 강 드라마시 바되네 삽도 되는 세그레 레데와 익성요게 된다 관계.
So these kinds of signs appear, and also another sign of the degenerate age is the clothing that people wear. So people wear the most inauspicious clothing, like worn out, ripped clothing full of holes.
되네 르라야 되네 배 랑게 카와 카살라 카남 탐제라 배 작잡 익성부.
And also people put metal in their bodies all over different parts of their bodies, like their mouth and their ears, like put holes in their bodies.
다 된데라 템베 캔라 템베 그때 배네 망보 용 야데 칸스나 되네 무서다 렌데 하쿠요 마라 렌데 쓰게요 마라 송 사와테.
So the root or the main reason that a lot of diseases appear in these kinds of times is because people don't respect karma, cause and effect, or they don't have any regard for the law of karma, cause and effect.
되네 게와다 게와라야 되네 드루가 삼베 나와 요 마라 디발은 젬고 삼베가 나와 요 마라스 되네 배 양아 박사메 바치요레스 데.
Beings don't even have any idea that they should do virtuous things, and they don't even have any idea that they should avoid non-virtuous things. And so that we're in this really terrible, pitiful situation.
되네 디스 갑슬라 닝제 플락퍼르 데 시르게 되네 닝메가 심젠라 배 닝도 플락퍼르 제바 되네 남레시와 상지 샥제 투바 저여스 닝메가 로완들게.
So the fourth Buddha of our eon, Buddha Shakyamuni,
See those things.
saw that these things would happen, and he manifested because of his intense compassion for the beings of the future degenerate age in particular.
플락퍼르 되는 마음바 되는 공레 kumögen doja manjiba namge chede 되는 공레게 트바 원전 상진이바 되는 상진 샥다 되게 되는 틀렌 장경.
And especially because of his compassion, particularly for future sentient beings who didn't get to encounter him, he manifested his emanation, the second Buddha, Guru Rinpoche, the second Buddha of Odhyana, and he manifested as Guru Rinpoche in order to maintain the wisdom activity of Buddha Shakyamuni's teachings.
되는 닝메가 심전 선도야게.
And in order to tame the beings of the degenerate age.
되는 대선에 배 마음발라 된데 다 탐지 친정와 투 낭 심전 투 되는 배 치신 낭신 되는 배 삼지 미자반 탐지 지타가 나나 대샤간서 되는 탑 가르치는 데 셀고도 지내는 배 응그럼 붙여 독제 말음 담네 상제 탐지 구성도 연대 틀린지 저한테는 그런 버치겠다나 말음 답 되는 삼모 떨도 배체 탐제 마음발 때문에 저 되는 나래서.
So, seeing that in the future degenerate age, the outer elements would be disturbed and the inner elements of sentient beings' bodies would be disturbed, and beings would be caught up in this in this chaos of the outer and inner elements, and they would be overwhelmed by inconceivable fear and terror, Guru Rinpoche saw the methods to alleviate this fear and suffering, and he made aspiration prayers. So Guru Rinpoche is the embodiment of the wisdom, body, speech, mind, qualities, and activities of all the Buddhas, and he made aspiration prayers and concealed teachings as treasures to be revealed later for the benefit of the beings of the degenerate age.
Sangye sungwe chö tanda lep mi shö chet. Ten sangye ge yang terpe yorese. Sangye kapsula ya ter yorese. Ne yang lakbar tanda samo tereng kurumba cheka pe. Chö samo tamche terda pe ne. Maungpa tena lep mi shö chet.
So Guru Rinpoche concealed these teachings as treasures to be revealed in the future so that they wouldn't be polluted by beings over the generations, over the course of time. And also there were treasures that were concealed during the time of Buddha Shakyamuni. But Guru Rinpoche particularly concealed treasures to be revealed. Guru Rinpoche and Yeshe Tsogyal in particular concealed treasures, particularly for the benefit of the beings of the future degenerate age, so that they could have unpolluted dharma at that time. So Guru Rinpoche left like regents, like ambassadors of his wisdom, body, speech, and mind for future sentient beings. So the representatives of his wisdom body are the Tertons, the treasure-revealing masters that would appear in the future times. And the representatives of his wisdom speech are all of the Dharma teachings that were concealed as treasures, written in the symbolic language of the Dakinis and concealed as treasures. And the representatives of his wisdom mind are his fortunate disciples who he blessed their minds with his wisdom mind. So in that way, Guru Rinpoche placed emanations of his wisdom, body, speech, and mind for us, and this is a very precious thing that he did. And Guru Rinpoche's emanation, or his representative in our times, or the actual embodiment of Guru Rinpoche appearing in our times, is His Holiness Dudrum Rinpoche Jigdral Yeshe Dorje.
Milo sumju soksumla ten ter ten Milo sumju soksumla sangwa chen kong pe dribne Korangi drum te milos sunchu soksum la san suchi la yang te mapel te sangwa chen drum in song yores.
So this treasure was revealed by his previous incarnation, Troktung Dujum Lingpa, and Dujum Lingpa revealed this quintessentially wrathful black Hayagriva cycle, and in particular this Vajra Armor practice that comes from this cycle. He practiced himself without revealing it to anyone else. He practiced it in secret just by himself for 33 human years.
Kaya sana maamba lama tala chilap te jukwa chilap tu chewa tene jupiga chilap nyurdan jukwa tendela ten.
And he did this for the sake of future followers, so that followers of his lineage, so that they would be able to receive the blessings, so that the blessings would be more powerful, and they would receive the lineage blessings more swiftly.
Tende chene tenti jebje dunjun rinpoche ta dunjun lingbanyin chepar putsam yo mares.
And there's not even a single hair's worth of difference between Dujum Rinpoche and Dujum Lingpa.
Tende nupchola mechi tende tiwa kare sangdo dunjun rinpoche la. Hesona dunjun rinpoche la. Che tende dunjun lingba ka tuwa re sere jinyan la chepar kare yo se tende tiwa kare sangdo.
When Dujum Rinpoche came to the West, one Westerner asked him this question. He asked Dujum Rinpoche, they say that you're the emanation, or you're the reincarnation of Dujum Lingpa, so what does this mean? Like, what's the difference between you two?
Ten dunjun rinpoche sanga ni tongtong je kun nap segdo enjing tende je chena ya ni seba nangjin yin se songde se.
And Dujum Rinpoche's answer was, he said, it's like I took a short nap and then woke back up.
Ta tende song yore tende Pema sika tsa chenpo re tende lakbar te jiwa ne ndonzo yonga ke ju jen te ta lendre ma songa la tukde yore se.
So this is a very precious thing, and so the reason that these diseases appear, the causes and conditions that lead to these diseases appearing, is us sentient beings not acting according to the law of karma, cause and effect.
Tene tila tene la tu, lu tu, mamo tu.
Then the gods,
They are upset.
the gods and nagas and mamos become upset with us.
Tene sayo kun jumbo tamze yala tu saga ting la.
Then all of the
Under spirits.
like all of the underground spirits come up above the ground.
And tene simjen la tsewa chi tsikpa sana konzo. Ta chonzo lendre ma song tene lenge de ma chena ta nganzun tende chigi yin sen.
So they become upset with and angry with sentient beings and harm sentient beings. It's like they're saying, if you don't respect karma, cause and effect, and if you don't act according to what virtuous and non-virtuous karma, then this is what we're going to do to you.
Tene ta welcomes the challenges.
It's-
Tene konzo tende lapu yore se ma mota lusu.
So that's the well.
Ta tende re se tenzo jok mara tenzo ngune re se.
And this isn't a joke. This is really true.
Ta yina ya ta tiki solution te Concho sum the yi che, rangal la kare na ya tela yi che, tene nangbaya no concho sum the yi che, lakbar pe Guru Rinpoche ka katin ten, Guru Rinpoche la yi che, tene tiki samo ka ter la yi che, tene ter ke chu, tsana tsana blue sagro time, le tsana majokba fresh, tene ngarangza nyamsa liyan zanzo, kawa sambo yin, sonam chenpo yin samgo gres.
So the solution to this is to place our trust in the triple gems, place our trust in whatever spiritual tradition we believe in, but as Buddhists we place our trust in the triple gems, and particularly remember Guru Rinpoche's incredibly great kindness, and place our faith in him, and also place our faith in the profound treasures that have been revealed, and think about and appreciate how incredibly fortunate and how much incredibly great of merit we have to be in this situation where we have these revealed treasure Dharma teachings that are so pure and unpolluted and fresh.
Semde pe tangbo semde pe pak penpo chi tene ngangra ma chi tene ta pombo ina yang sui na yang tanzo yang pe kecha changbo memang la pensem tene memang tsugi ina yang tene pombo la kuishap ten jakab soso ke trim tanzo la pe kuishap tsikur tene lama chuba ina na shengo mara rangi yang lendre pe sok shinde rangi lendre te song. Tene shenla yang pe she takpa ne tene nyingche tang pensum kone ke shenla yang che she rangdo ke jikten che je ke tima ma go wachin.
So we have to place our trust in those things, and also do this with very relaxed, calm, settled minds, and not be too afraid or full of anxiety. The leaders should rule in an honest, direct way, wanting to help the common people, and the common people should also have respect for the rulers, and for each other, should have the minds wanting to help each other, and we should follow the rules and laws of whatever countries we live in, and of course we don't even have to mention this for lamas and dharma practitioners, but everyone should really follow the law of karma, cause and effect very carefully, taking it as seriously as guarding one's own life, and also have, from the bottom of our hearts, we should have compassion for others and the desire to help others, and share the Dharma with others with that kind of motivation, and not allow ourselves to be corrupted by the 8 worldly concerns at all.
Lama Sonam Tsering Rinpoche song.
So this is what we have to do. The lamas themselves have to keep their samaya commitments and vows very carefully.
Sab lama Pema se chanzo samba mangbo yara tanzo na shue la yante na rang nyeba poare sata ordinary lama ngaranda tende te inante na pe mele mangbo shenda wale rang tamze tam damba song se tishige yo Lama Shandala Lapja Jakamata.
So
Said
there's a lot of lamas who are sublime beings and great bodhisattvas, and it would be a really negative thing for me to try to be like telling them to do this kind of thing. So I'm not talking about what the other great lamas should do, but I'm talking about how ordinary lamas like myself should be.
myself
I'm talking to myself and saying,
confessing.
saying that it would be better than talking to other people a lot. It would be better to keep my own vows and samaya commitments purely.
Tan tende res, tende sonza tene, tende yangpo chene tene, ta di dorje kara babacha amar sekende, ta tane tila shegende, tene di dhuba kapsula, ta di kainsana, tene ta di rang la gom gowa ta mugawa tende luk, ta lama pe misi mangbo yores, tertan dra mandala, tene kono dra manda kono ten dorje kara gomdan chik mara pe misa mangbo yore samanga.
So that's what we should do. And for this Vajra Armor Dorje Gotrap practice, there's different ways of doing this. In some of them we visualize ourselves as deities, and in some we don't. There's a lot of different versions of the Vajra Armor practice that revealed by different tertons, different treasure revealing masters, and there's a lot of ways to do this practice according to different pith instructions that different lamas have. But the particular special quality of this Vajra Armor practice is that it is part of the quintessentially wrathful black Hayagriva cycle. So, Hayagriva and Garudas and Vajrapani are antidotes to, in general, are antidotes to the harm caused by nagas and elemental spirits and mamos. And Vajrapani in particular is the embodiment of all of the Buddha's wisdom mind in general. So Vajrapani is the emanation of all the Buddha's wisdom mind in a wrathful form. But if the Buddha's wisdom mind appears in a peaceful form, then it appears as Buddha Vajrasattva or Buddha Akshobhya. So Vajrapani is so powerful that even just hearing his name is very effective. There's this quintessentially wrathful black Hayagriva cycle, and so that he comes from, or that he's a part of, and so this quintessentially wrathful means that he's even more wrathful than other wrathful deities. Like he is the condensed embodiment of all of the power of all the wrathful deities, and like takes all of that power and then becomes even more wrathful than that. He's extremely wrathful. He's the quintessential wrathful deity, and the fact that he's wrathful means that he's compassionate. Because he's quintessentially wrathful, he's extremely compassionate, much even more compassionate than all other Buddhas. So he's the embodiment of extremely intense compassion. So when we meditate upon ourselves as being Vajrapani, we have to do so with our minds very peaceful and calm. Very peaceful and full of compassion. We have to have compassion for, unbiased compassion for all sentient beings, including ourselves. And we have to cultivate compassion, this kind of compassion, as much as we are able to. So wrathful deities appear with an external wrathful appearance, but actually they're the embodiments of compassion. So the more we can cultivate compassion, the greater compassion we can have, the more powerful our practice of wrathful deities will be, whether we're reciting mantras or doing meditation practices. So the reason that wrathful deities appear with a wrathful outer appearance or a wrathful expression is because we have anger and rage in our own minds, and so the wrathful deities take on a corresponding appearance. They're the display of our own anger manifesting outwardly, and really in essence they are mere like wisdom, but they have the appearance of, or they manifest appearing outwardly, but we don't recognize this. We don't understand this because of our temporary obscurations, but actually they are the self-manifesting display of our own wisdom.
tani shi da tongpa nyen da nyingche ne tena yewa ya ma re se pero songju re se tade ya ma re se.
And wisdom and emptiness and compassion are all indivisible unity.
Tende songza tena tanda da rangke gome da la pe trobo gomna yang tok de pe shiwa dan tena nyingche ka ngang na tena nga dan dege na tena pe misi pe tena niwa chambu yung re se. Ta namba la ne dan dikde pakcha sen kora thongma member na sakpa lenyang dikde tamche pa sek 좀 상마 매버서 삼고여레스 나든다데 텐텐데 치네테네 그 냠버 샤나 망sel라 냠버 샤나테네 랑 닝제단 대바송도 저거가나테 덴고여레스 텐타타는 먼저 대지지 덴곰 야긴세다 계제 쳐버쳐 대서 망부시에서
So when we meditate upon ourselves as wrathful deities, we have to remember that even though we are appearing with a wrathful external appearance, our minds should be peaceful and full of compassion. And if we can recite the mantra in that way, then it will be extremely powerful and effective. We should rest in evenness, even though on the level of appearances we're incinerating and destroying all of the diseases and obstructing forces and negativity and obscurations and habitual patterns and all the manifestations of our negative karma that we've accumulated since beginningless lifetimes, even though we think that like on the level of appearances that's happening, all of that's being burned up and eliminated when we recite the mantra. Mostly we should be resting in evenness, resting in meditation together with compassion and devotion while we recite the mantra. And so I said we were going to do the practice, but then I ended up, saying all this stuff. But so for the way to do the meditation, there's two ways of doing it. One way where we have to visualize ourselves as the deity, and the other way where we don't have to visualize ourselves as the deity. So if we're not visualizing ourselves as the deity, so if we're not visualizing ourselves as Vajrapani, then we don't need to recite the first part of the mantra on page 11 in this book, where it says Hum Benzer Pe. We don't have to recite the Hum Benzer Pe at the beginning of the mantra if we're not visualizing ourselves as Vajrapani. But so I'm going to teach according to how we do it if we do recite Hum Benzer Pe. So now we should do the meditation practice. It's been kind of too much talking now, but really the point is that we should rest in evenness, rest in meditation with compassion, with the unity of emptiness and compassion, and recite the mantra in that state with faith in whatever deity is our yidam deity.
Okay, then that chiraches tambo tsidin sanda tsarsam songraches.
So now let's please do this. First we'll recite the 7-line prayer 3 times.
Onje yunje namchan tsang pema kesaran dongbola yanzen choke ngondre nye pema chane shizota korda kando mambu kore chichi jesanda duki Jinge la jire shisu so guru pema sende Wenje yunje namchan tsam pema kesara dongbola yanzen choke ngondre nye pema jone shizata Korda kanda mambu kore chiji jesanda dupji Jinge la chiri shisu so guru pema sende Wenje yunje namchan san pema kesara dongbola Yanzen choke ngondre nye pema jone shizota Korda kanda mambu kore chiji jesanda duki Jinge la chi shisu so guru pema sende Tene tarang line chika lama tam chi chik de dewa ten kyabje denji rumbache Tarang tsawa lama ta yer me batila sawa tabe kins Tangbo inchi chilokta chikati
Then we pray to His Holiness Dudram Rinpoche, who is the condensed embodiment of all of our lineage lamas and who is indivisible from our own root guru. So we pray to them. So this prayer says on page 5 in this booklet says, in the past you were the Buddha Nuden Dorje Tsal, in the future the Sugata Mupataye, now the representative of Pema Jungne, Drokben himself. To you, Jikdra Yeshe Dorje, I pray.
Nganze renze nunde doje tsa mon deje mumba taesha Tanda penjan jatsan drobe ngo jidra yeshe doje la sovande Then that then nganze sadhana
So now we'll do the sadhana.
Pass it English.
First in English. Oneself is Vajrapani, dark, blue-black, and radiantly majestic, holding a Vajra and a snake lasso, perfectly clad in glorious charnel-ground ornaments, standing on a lotus and sun disk in a heroic stance, abiding in a massive expanse of wisdom fire. From one's body, fire Garudas, iron scorpions, black pigs, wind, fire, and deadly poisonous fumes emanate like a turbulent hailstorm that eradicates all infectious diseases, demonic forces, and obstacles.
Ranye Chando tina ngam durje dreshan zembai. Kula tudre pache zoi shabson penye tondande. Ishe me pon londo shu kule me jun chande tang. Pana long me zendo ki nilang selam tsutate. Nerendang ke lang parenjo. Hong benza pe om pema shaware pe. Nen ba she naga nen te ya ta sawambirita. Hana hana benza na raja raja soha. Hong benza pe om pema shaware pe. Nen par shik naga nen te ya ta sawambirita hana hana benzana raja raja soha. Hom benza pe om pema shawari pe. Nen par shik naga nen te ya ta sawambirita hana hana benzana raja raja soha. Hom benza pet om pema shawari pet. Nen parashik naga nen te ya ta sawambirita hana hana benzana raja raja soha. Hom benza pet om pema shawari pet. Nen parashik naga nen te ya ta sawambirita hana hana benzana raja raja soha. Hong benza pe om pema shawari pet. Nen parashik naga nen te ya ta sawambirita hana hana benzana raja raja soha. Hong benza pet om pema shawari pet. Nen parashik naga nen te ya ta sawambirita hana hana benzana raja raja soha. Hom benza pet om pema shawari pet. Nen parashik naga nen te ya ta sawambirita hana hana benzana raja raja soha. Hom benza pet om pema shawari pet. Nen parashik naga nen te ya ta sawambirita hana hana benzana raja raja soha. Hom benza pet om pema shawari pet. Nen parashik naga nen te ya ta sawambirita hana hana benzana raja raja soha. Hom benza pet om pema shawari pet. Nen parashik naga nen te ya ta sawambirita hana hana benzana raja raja soha. Hom benza pe om pema shawari pet. Nen parashik naga nen te ya ta sawambirita hana hana benzana raja raja soha. Hom benza pet om pema shawari pet. Nen parashik naga nen te ya ta sawambirita hana hana benzana raja raja soha. Hom benza pe om pema shawari pe. Nen parashik naga nen te ya ta sawambirita hana hana benzana raja raja soha. Hom benza pe om pema shawari pe. Nen parashik naga nen te ya ta sawambirita hana hana benzana raja raja soha. Hom benza pe om pema shawari pe. Nen parashik naga nen te ya ta sawambirita hana hana benzana raja raja soha. Hom benza pe om pema shawari pe. Nen parashik naga nen te ya ta sawambirita hana hana benzana raja raja soha. Hom benza pe om pema shawari pe. Nen parashik naga nen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hanan Benzana Raja Raja Soha Hom Benzar Pet Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hanan Benzana Raja Raja Soha Hom Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Hom Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nenpache Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Hom Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzarpe Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzarpe Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nemparashe Naganen Teyata Sawambireta Hana Hana Benzana Raja Raja Soha Om Benzape Om Pema Shavarepe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambereta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe ne Mumpe machare pe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambereta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe machare pe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambereta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe nembarache naganen te yata sambere ta hananan benza na raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe nembarache naganen te yata sambere ta hananan benza na raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe nembarache naganen te yata Sambereta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambereta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambereta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yada sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe mashavare pe Nembarache naganen te yada sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe mashavare pe Nembarache naganen te yada sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache nagane diyata sambireta hanan benza na raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata sambireta hanan benza na raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambireta hananan benzana raja raja soha Om benza pe om pe ma shavare pe Nembarache naganen te yata Sambirita Hananan Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganen Te Yata Sambirita Hananan Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganen Te Yata Sambirita Hananan Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benza Pe Om Pema Shawari Pe Nembarache Naganente Yata Sambirita Hanana Benzana Raja Raja So Hom Benda Pe Om Pema Shaware Pe Nembare Che Naganen Te Yata Sambireta Hananan Benzana Raja Raja So Hom Benda Pe Om Pema Shaware Pe Nembare Che Naganen Te Yata Sambireta Hananan Benzana Raja Raja So Hom Benda Pe Om Pema Shaware Pe Nembare Che Naganen Te Yata Sambireta Hananan Benzana Raja Raja So Hom Benda Pe Om Pema Shaware Pe Nembare Che Naganen Te Yata Sambireta Hananan Benzana Raja Raja So Hom Benda Pe Om Pema Shaware Pe Nembare Che Naganen Te Yata Sambireta Hananan Benzana Raja Raja So Hom Benda Pe Om Pema Shaware Pe Nembare Che Naganen Te Yata Sambireta Hananan Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benda Pe Om Pema Shaware Pe Nembare Che Naganen Te Yata Sambireta Hananan Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benda Pe Om Pema Shaware Pe Nembare Che Naganen Te Yata Sambireta Hananan Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benda Pe Om Pema Shaware Pe Nembare Che Naganen Te Yata Sambireta Hananan Benzana Raja Raja So Hom Benda Pe Om Pema Shaware Pe Nembare Che Naganen Te Yata Sambireta Hananan Benzana Raja Raja So Om Benda Pe Om Pema Shaware Pe Nembare Che Naganen Te Yata Sambireta Hananan Benzana Raja Raja So The end dedication. Before that, you can blow your own nose usually. They do like that. And then some go rest and I'll put up the nature. Then ne secretary tambo yen koran trupa me ne then tagag ne goyag ne ne yongsa rang lu sim tamse kambo yen pokora trupa me ba chuji ing chuji kuy rang jin san then chen nyambra sham go yores.
So, when we rest in evenness, this is what we have to think about, that actually disease, this disease or diseases in general, have actually never existed. They're primordially non-existent. There is no sickness to be purified. There is no disease to be spread, or there's no disease to catch. There's nowhere for the disease to spread to, so our bodies and minds where the disease would be spread to also have no inherent existence whatsoever. They're primordially without any material existence. They are stainless space, Dharmadhatu, or their nature is Dharmakaya. So those are the kinds of things we should think about and rest in evenness. Sorry, not think about those things, but understand or know those things and rest in evenness. Then after we rest in evenness, then again we have to think that we appear in the form of Vajrapani. Sorry, actually first we have to do the dissolution. So we do the dissolution and re-emergence, and then we have to again think that we are Vajrapani and then dedicate the virtue.
English passage.
First in English on page 13 of this booklet. Completely accomplished, originally perfect wisdom deity, the inseparable nature of stainless space and wisdom, without returning from the liberation of samsara in the expanse of enlightenment, abides in the great nature of exaltation. And then the dedication on page 14. This virtue and all virtue accumulated in the past, present, and future, I completely dedicate to all beings infinite as space. May I and all sentient beings become Buddhas in a single mandala. Tashi. In the mandala of Black Hayagriva, may there be the auspiciousness of ripening and liberating body, speech, and mind. May there be the auspiciousness of becoming free from birth and death and accomplishing the actual wisdom deity. May there be the auspiciousness of samsara and nirvana abiding perfectly within stainless space, the great expanse of original purity.
Tsamba Cheda Sanje Sho Hong Wanje Yang Tre Kien Gora To Gosen Mendo Tashi Sha Jen Che Rang To Paratang Lagung Wanje Tashi Sha Xie Yan Gada Long Jin De Konde Wacha Tashi Sho. Then all those part. Yep.
Always from rebirth to rebirth, may I obtain a precious human being's body with the 7 qualities of higher realms. Just after being born, may I meet holy Dharma. May I have the freedom to practice according to pure Dharma. From that, may I make my holy root Guru happy, and may I apply myself only to Dharma day and night. From realizing holy Dharma, accomplishing the essence of the meaning, in that life may I cross the ocean of samsara, revealing supreme teachings to samsaric beings. May I make the effort to benefit them, never tired or sad, by great waves of benefit for others, without discriminating between beings. May all of them attain the state of fully enlightened Buddha, all together. At this very moment, for the peoples and nations of the earth, may not even the names of disease, famine, war, and suffering be heard, but rather may pure conduct, merit, wealth, and prosperity increase, and may supreme good fortune and well-being always arise.
Vajra Armor retreat yore mangche hakugres samdigan chung yore hakugres
Okay, so thank you. Most people already know about how to do this practice because we do this Vajra Armor practice where we visualize ourselves as Vajrapani here at Pema, Osel, Ling. It's been 2 or 3 years, 4 or 5 years maybe, since we've been doing Vajra Armor retreats here every year. And people have done their own retreats. Some people have done their own retreats on this also. So most people probably already know about this practice. But if there are people who this practice is new for, visualizing ourselves, visualizing our own bodies as the body of the deity is really extremely important for those of us who have entered into secret mantra practice and have received secret mantra empowerment. Because all sickness and disease and obstructing forces and harm that befalls us all enters into us through our physical body, through our body compounded of the 4 elements. And so these things enter into our compounded bodies. And so if we visualize ourselves, meditate upon ourselves as wisdom deities, the deities are wisdom beings.
ze tende trup shaba dul samji yomares.
So they, these wisdom deities have no material, compounded existence whatsoever.
Tende samsa, tende rangal sati yishi bangom chante, ne dun shuksa kama yomares.
So if we meditate upon ourselves as being wisdom deities, then there is nowhere for disease and obstructing forces to enter into.
Tende samsa tende pe ta di rangal sa gom na junde, tende nyamnen chepe kapsa ta le gom, tende nyamnen ma chepe ke kapsa la yang, tende junde rang, tende pe rangal lu de la gom, tende che tamna pe yampu yores. Tende shen yang fla yin samba che shen tam je yang fla da lama gen namba gom. Ranga fla kare gomba tiki tende jingkore yin samba.
So we should meditate upon ourselves as having the body of the deity, of course, on a continual basis. When we are doing our practice, when we're doing our meditation practice, we should meditate upon ourselves as being deities. But also, when we're not doing our practice sessions, but all the time, it's good to meditate upon ourselves as having the body of the deity, and also to meditate upon others as being deities. So we should meditate and visualize that all other beings appear in the forms of gods and goddesses, that they appear as the deities of the mandala of whatever deity we are practicing.
Tende chene tiki temba te manyam pe tona tene lega kari chene pe tene gomla chila nyudun juga ke chebar yore songoto.
So if we are mindful of this continuously, then if we carry ourselves with this perception, with this mindfulness all the time when we're doing different other activities, then it makes it so that we receive the blessings of the practice much more quickly.
Tene ti mayam ba drayang tamche tene ngaga rang drayin sambache.
And not just that, but we should also think that all sounds are the self-resounding sound of mantra.
Tene pe kecha ke chenpo ta tende tun yeba mando se jindenda manda mangpo xie de nyong de tang tiga tsaba tene ranga lakare gomkiwa tiga nganda sawa te.
So when there's real reason to, we can talk to others, but we should try to speak less about meaningless things all the time, but only speak when it's meaningful and there's a reason to do so. And instead of having that kind of meaningless conversation, we should recite the mantra of the deity we're practicing and recite prayers to them.
Tene semi na yang tene yang koncho la tepa yichi ma simchen la nyingche tene pe pensam tende kano.
And with our minds, we should have motivation where we have devotion and trust in the triple gems and the deity, in the objects of refuge, and also we should have compassion for other sentient beings and the desire to help them.
Tene yang tene
And we should rest in evenness, meditating upon the deity again and again. And so we should do this with relaxed, open, spacious minds and with stable mindfulness. And reduce the maras of the son of the gods. That means cell phones. Those things can be very beneficial and very meaningful and very effective if we know how to use them the right way. If we know how to use them in the correct way.
Entertainment
If we just use them for entertainment and completely meaningless things and just distract ourselves with them from when we first open our eyes in the morning until we close our eyes to sleep at night, then we'll become very anxious. Our minds will become agitated and unstable and unhappy. And it'll be difficult, like our bodies and our minds will become agitated and it will be difficult for them to settle down. And this really does happen. You all know about this and can see this for yourselves. When we're distracted by these things, we don't notice how the time passes. The hours and days and months and even years pass so quickly without us noticing it, and then all of a sudden the time comes for the ambulance to come pick us up. Or knee and back pain comes. So that's how these things are. We have to know how to use them in the correct way. And if we do, then they can be very good, very powerful things. These technological devices created by scientists, if we know how to use them well and in the right way, then they can be very useful, very meaningful and beneficial. But if we don't use them well, then we can end up really wasting our lives and having our lives kind of end up being kind of meaningless and wasted.
Time so rest schedule ranganangla.
So we have to make a schedule for our time for ourselves at home. So we have to make time for doing practice in the morning. And then, of course, we have the time for doing work. And then we have some time for entertainment. Then we have time for doing exercise or going for a walk or whatever. So when we go for a walk, we should be very happy and enjoy the scenery in a very nice way. I don't know what kind of situations everyone is in. Maybe people live in cities, but when we go for a walk, if we can make everything that appears to us into offerings, then our minds will naturally become very relaxed. But if we go for a walk totally focused on our cell phones, then maybe we get a little bit of exercise and it's a little bit beneficial for our bodies, but it's not really beneficial for our minds. So our minds are very important, so we have to really rest them, relax them, have them become relaxed. Among the body, speech, and mind, the mind is really the most important. The body and speech are like the servants of the mind. So really there's no need to talk about this because you're all practitioners and know about these things already, but I just wanted to talk about it to remind myself of these things. Then I'm very confused about the schedule for today.
Today, tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow, what's the schedule? What's the schedule for today and tomorrow?
You are the schedule maker, you and Becky. Anyway, sorry, schedule is we are here unsettling, very busy. Looks like that's why who's working schedules are very Not so sure, but I think lunch 12 or 12:30.
So the schedule was today 10 a.m. oral transmission and teachings, today 2 p.m. teachings, and tomorrow at 10 a.m. again teachings and question and answer.
Then 10 a.m. to what? How long?
I don't know. I don't know if it's 11:30 or 12 or what. I forget.
That's I want to know. It looks like very uncertain, but sorry, please, cause the schedule the things. Then the 중년 the check-up 받으라. 준의 중년의 check-up 받으래. 도세 대책인 사다리. 준의 중년의 check-up 받. 응? then 공다 쳐서 니반에. then 쳐서 니반에. then 숨바 시와서 말아. 시왕가 왔던데 진짜. If you guys didn't make clear, then I have to make. What is it? A schedule.
Sorry, on the website it looks like it's also not very clear.
Who knows the schedule? Could anyone in there? Okay. Anyway, there's people or not people in there. Yeah. Okay. Then go ahead with question. Yeah.
Okay, so sorry, it seems like the schedule wasn't clear, but we're going to stop at 12:30 this session and then come back at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Then we'll go up to around 4 or so this afternoon.
Okay, doesn't matter. Yeah. Now questions. Yeah.
Hello. So the first question that I have is from Kat Yurichenko. For the next 30 days, should we retreat completely or carry on as usual, but just avoid any unnecessary communications and recite the mantra 100 per day? Could you translate? She's asking if for the next 30 days, should she just do retreat or carry on as usual with life?
Okay. Yeah. Then tuzuya then pe samchina pe yakbores. Tuzu megan sala then Tingo res, res, shokwe, tingo res, nyingong tingo res, gongda tingo res, ya, te parila, tenen, kazan den, tapden, tenen, tutu yoganza, ngak chen, tsam den, pemis yakbo res.
So if you have the time, it's very good to do retreat, like silent retreat, not saying other things other than the mantra for, but if you don't have the time to do like all day retreat like that, then you can just do one mala of the mantra in the morning, or one mala in the morning, one mala in the afternoon, and one mala in the evening, and then recite the mantra as much as you're able to in between times.
That's just for example.
But just for example, if you have that much, if you have the time to do that much practice, you can do that. But if you have the time, if you're able to do retreat, then it is very good to do silent retreat on this practice. So if you have really important things that you need to talk about with other people, then you can talk with them or write them notes during your breaks in between your practice sessions.
The next question I have is from Maria. The practice text says that while doing this practice, we should not do other mantra and daily practices. So for 2 months, we do this and put aside other practices like Nungdro.
Yeah, beginning Nungdro is fine, then like that kind. Begin Nungdro the Ngola, Tungu Shokwe Ngola, Nungdro Tangdan Tigres, then the Shandanda Manda Mambo Matches.
So
The Koran song that they peasant.
So the So you can do mundro in the morning at the beginning of your first practice session, but then don't do a lot of other different kinds of practices. Just focus on this practice.
And then the next question I have is, sorry, let me try to find it here, is from Mar. Will Lama talk about the 5 types of earth and the proper use of this application?
Ayanta Tanza Perche Majero Chese, Tanda Perche Majero Chese, Kayansana Tanza member pe Laglen Yoveke member Gores, Yanti member Chandan Digumare, Pobege member Koranti Tanzola Laglen Yoveke member Tuxil Chigo at the Yores, the Tuxet and the Chem Machine, Yanga Tawa Yores.
So please don't put those things into practice, or please don't try to put those things into practice. To actually use those things, you have to have a doctor who knows how to use them. Not just any doctor, but a Tibetan doctor, an Amchi, who knows how to actually do the hands-on practice of eliminating the poison from the substances. So if you don't have that, then you can't apply those things that are written there.
Sitangi Milaya, then Mila Hill Cheko Samna, Tambo Ranga Dumna, Rangan Trupega Tak the Tungores in Jiminji, Siana depend on.
And also generally, if you want to use this mantra to heal others, then you have to first do this practice yourself and receive signs of having accomplished the practice.
Tene singa loma jangku tene chiga chigla loma chigla te chenang ka pujab se ngak tene pujab tene kam rogo tene pinche lamsang nima chik sa chene tene lamsang kam rogo tene nibayara tene milaya pujab chokre se pujab ata tene rangi chima mandawa chene pujab chu tene ngak chu tene tre chokyor se milaya chuge.
So one way to see if you've received the signs of accomplishing the practice is to blow on some green plants, like blow on some green,
Not a plant on leaf.
or on the leaf of on green leaves,
And
and
taking out.
la,
Maton.
so not picking the leaves, but leaving the green leaves on the plant and blow the mantra onto the green leaves and on one designated leaf of the plant. Then if that leaf dries up quickly, like within one day, then that's one sign that you've accomplished the power with the mantra. And then you can use the mantra to heal others, like you can blow on water, blow the mantra into water and give it to others to heal them. Without getting your spit in the water, but like blow on the water without getting your spittle in the water, and you can give that to others. And if other people have like infections or wounds on their bodies, then putting this water on those things will heal them and be beneficial. And also just directly blowing on them will be beneficial. If you don't have the power of the mantra and you blow on others, then just blowing on them will, cause them to get infections.
And then Evan and Lori asked around the same question. In the practice book, it says to have 30 days of practice. Can this be spread out over several days and months? And then Kobe added to that, if we have families and work at home situation, what is a good way to practice this?
Tene tunzo tene shokbe da ngagong shokbe tete ya pugu tunzo ma ni ma se kone ya lang ngawola tene che tuzo yawe tene me kong pugu tunzo nap treken ka kapsula tene practice che tene gongda kunzo ma nye san tene rang tete chiwo tene practice che tene che ge tap yores tene yena ya pugu sola ya lapna tanda amba ama suyana nga pe meditation chigi yore chenzo interrupt che yo marasa ten pukula yonde labya yore asa ten rechen dictum labya yore asa.
So there's different things you can do, like do the practice early in the morning before your children wake up, or you can do the practice during, even if you're not doing like full retreat, you can do the practice early in the morning before children wake up, or in the middle of the day when they're taking a nap, or if you stay up late at night, then in the evening, late at night after they've gone to bed, you can do practice. There's different things you can do like that. But it can also be like an opportunity to like teach your kids like how to be disciplined. Like you can tell them things like, right now, mom or dad or whoever you are, right now is my time when I'm going to do meditation practice, so please don't disturb me. You can teach your children to follow that kind of thing. You can keep your children close to you and let them sleep or play or give them things to do that won't where they won't disturb you, like give them drawing to do or things like that. But you can keep your children close to you, but still have them not disturb you.
And then Steve Wilhelm asks, is there some way to target the practice on specific health issues? In my case, a heart condition, as well as possibility of coronavirus.
The URS message heart condition, you know. The Koran Nejil, Vajra Armor said the protection catches. Kansan and Martin Dun at the Telea. Within around Lil Gomnatin, the Chinakora Mixig and Ne Kanyanke, and Zibatsu Yongake, Yongata Kawayo, the Momake, condition Yogan to the Yape. Close to Karina and Tanzo Tamje and Penacona Johnson Sambachin at the Mixi, Yores, Ranga Nasa Karina, till I make by 10 and 10 Mark Nibana, the Jibega Chilap, Flag Chilap, Tandela, then a Tamje by songs, some Tendicina, the Chilam Juga, Yores, the Rangan said Johnson, and then it's a Kavarama. Parchega on the Munda, then Conatende. Ranga Yapo, be ye chesona, then Yores, and Tugres,
There are ways to do that, like if people have heart conditions and different illnesses. Vajra Armor is protection from all kinds of sickness and disease in general. When we do Vajra Armor practice, we recite the mantra and visualize ourselves as having the body of the deity. And when we do this, there's no way for new sicknesses to enter into us. But not just that, all of our sicknesses and conditions that we already have, like high cholesterol or whatever they may be, we can think that they're all completely destroyed and eliminated, annihilated. So we can like focus on whatever particular sicknesses we have, and they can be they can be pacified, or it's possible that they can be pacified through this practice, because the mantra itself has power, and there's also the lineage blessings, and there's the blessings of the deity, and there's our own faith and belief. And so through all that, if we think that the sickness is completely eliminated, then we can receive those kinds of blessings. If our natural lifespan is exhausted, then that's a different story. But otherwise, falling under the power of obstacles and dying prematurely, that kind of thing can definitely be protected against and eliminated by doing this practice nicely with faith and devotion and confidence. not just coronavirus, but any other kinds of infectious diseases can definitely be averted by this practice. I got tsampa stuck in my throat. I'm drinking tsampa soup.
And then I have several similar questions about the mantra. Do we always have to say the mantra out loud, or can we say it silently? And can we say the mantra quickly?
Tene mi sarwa da tende san kalen damba yinse, tene damba, tene njokpo dana ndigre se ina dra thakpo ndongo re se, Kurang ngak nipa yunga chik dra la rak le de yorse, iga ndra tamche, iga dra manyam bache, tene dra thakpo ndongo yore se, tene njokpo dana ndigre, pe njokpo manda, tene dra madakwa, tene chik chen tui dewa, tene seba meba, bulori tene yungre se, tene ngakche chene dana yang ndigi, pe salen chene dana ndigi yomare se, tene san Kurang la yinchi minchen dra dama, kan ma tuyang yore se, tisi de kongage rangi kongage ko takche, tene ngone chene chomo la, amchok na whispering chewa nangsi, ta tene chobo chomo whispering chewa na, te shuk che chongche, tele shuk ma chongwa che che kore se, songdo.
So I was reciting the mantra slowly out loud for the benefit of new people who didn't already know it, but you can recite the mantra more quickly. But it's important to recite the mantra very clearly with good pronunciation. One of the things that the accomplishing the power of the mantra depends upon is good pronunciation. So we have to pronounce the mantra clearly, each of the syllables of the mantra distinctly. So we shouldn't recite too fast, because then our pronunciation becomes imprecise, and then like the syllables run together, and our pronunciation becomes like blurry or indistinct. So we can recite more quickly, but not too fast. We still have to recite the mantra precisely, and also we can't recite the mantra in total silence. The sound of the mantra has to leave our lips, so we have to at least recite loud enough for it to be heard, like at the collar of our shirt, or like or at the like volume of boyfriend and girlfriend whispering to each other. So we have to at least recite the mantra with some volume.
And then I have two kind of similar questions. So first from Moritz. How can I do these Vajra Armor retreats if I have taken lifelong commitments like Dharmapala practice that I have to do every day? Thank you very much. And the second from Willow Tree, is there a way for this practice to fit into a baby Nungdro practitioner's practice who has commitments to a number of other practice and intensive Mahayana study?
Tene ti rangi chu kamengman tende shanda yena, rawa, yena yang, tene rangi tene karsaga kap la, tene karsa oya tete manamre. Te yena yang tene rangi tunzo nyamdola tene shorla ya, tene tingu resi nizan tene ndigi resi, rangi kare yindam druk gogyan tunzo druk, 티 제라야 되네 팅거 찍니 된데 진이 준다 그런 데는 되게 열어서
So if you have other Dharma practice commitments, then you can do those just one or two malas of each practice, whatever practice it is. So like first do the practice of whatever idam deity you practice, and then do the minimum like one or two malas of each of whatever other practice commitments you have, and you can continue to do that.
되네 삼도 되게 나서대
But then if you're doing retreat on this practice,
되네 랑게 되네 배 남지 된다 배 domba nyong도 담네 디디chen 되네 랑다고 되는데 나도 싫어 만드나 그런 제시는 네가 나나 마트와자 산이야 말레스 랑게 그쳐 가르 줍고게나티 탐제 랑게다 말아서 박자 등연선 베미스 디비전 망고 체셔만 왕 슈탐제 감방나다 플라티 줍는 상제가 컴바터지기 인세 케랑샤 요레스 된데선도 왕카리 제나 티글 플라티 쇼주게 플라탐제게 되네 닝보 인세가 요레스 티낭제게 된 데드브캅스 데 랑게 왕슈가 플라탐제게 닝본다고 요레스 되네 선노
so if we're doing retreat, then we should really reduce the amount of other different practices that we usually do, practice commitments, and just focus on doing the one practice. So we have like bad habits and make divisions between things in our minds, but really with all the empowerments we receive, all the samaya commitments we receive, we're making the commitment to practice to accomplish Buddhahood. So and all of the practices, they say the same kind of things, that like all of the empowerments of all the different deities, they say that like this deity is the essence of all of the deities of the 10 directions, these kinds of things. So when we receive empowerments and receive samaya commitments, we like whatever deity we're practicing, we should think that that deity is the essence of all of the deities that we've received empowerments for and received samaya commitments for, and we shouldn't be like narrow-minded about it. Or not narrow-minded, but we shouldn't be like we shouldn't be uptight about it. Whatever deity we're practicing, all of the deities are complete within that deity. All our samaya commitments are complete within that practice. So, like with this this practice is the same as other practices in that sense that whatever practice we're doing, we should think that all deities, all practice is complete within that. And it's the same with doing retreat on this practice or doing retreat on other practices. Sometimes we do retreat and put aside doing other practices temporarily to accomplish that one deity practice. We make commitments to recite 100 or 100,000 or 10 million or however many of different particular mantras, but really the point of all of that is that we're making a commitment to accomplish the deity. The point isn't the number of recitations.
Lori asks, what is the practice for the mantra that does have a visualization?
Kom tene langa lag tene kule tene oser sam jimi java tene pe me tsatsa la sokwa tene ngelang tene sam jimi java tin tu tin la sokwa tene sam jimi java tene tu ne di sipa sam ke tene ne dan dikta tamze keji tinyi la tene tor sek tu che song samba che tene kome yores tene chen.
So when we visualize ourselves as the deity, we visualize the inconceivably vast number of light rays radiate out from us, and so fire and wind and pigs and scorpions and garudas and they're an inconceivably vast retinue all radiate out from us, and they completely annihilate all sickness and disease and obstructing forces and negativity. They completely incinerate them and annihilate them. We have to recognize that all of those things, fire, garudas, pigs, scorpions, etc., are all the embodiments, they're all the forms of wisdom and compassion. So we should think that all of the sickness and disease and obstructing forces and negativity in the outer world are all completely eliminated. And also internally in our own minds, we should think that all of our, or not only our, but all beings, including ourselves, all of our attachment, anger, ignorance, jealousy, and pride is all, ignorance is all completely eliminated and transformed into great wisdom. It all becomes completely pure and we become wisdom holders. So that's the kind of thing we have to focus on. And also sometimes we have to rest in evenness and think that all of the diseases and all those things we talked about earlier, we have to recognize that they have no material existence whatsoever and rest in evenness. So the best antidote for all diseases is to la. Sorry, the best offering is to recognizing the best offering is to recognize that all phenomena of existence are all the display of dharmata. Then the next
Okay, Nanger by best Nanger was everything realizes manifestations of the Dharma Taase Chinigurawares. Then Nipa Nanger Yamni Nipa Chigante Tamjet Sal Gogiras, Tamjet Takbeg Rangsins, Ranga Sal Dem Gogiras.
Sorry, not the best kind of offering, but for the best kind of practitioners, all phenomena of existence naturally appear as the display of dharmata. And then for the next best kind of practitioners, there's 3 things that they visualize or bring to mind. So the medium kind of practitioners visualize and think that everything is naturally pure.
Mandala.
Is the mandala.
Then Tamaka then Ningja the Tebekatan. Most to Mesam, the same control again, Nangcharesam, the Tihako Yores.
Then even the least kind of practitioners, we have to have compassion and devotion and think that all of these appearances don't actually exist in the way they appear, but they're just the diluted appearances of our own minds.
Then Tamaga Tamji Muneres, then Tamji Tsinzin, then Raya Rutaje, then there's a Togres, Shanda Paya, the Passion, Raya, then Korba Tongji Jundogeres, then a flat out on the Tamji Mune Ramzemba Samna.
And then the worst kind of practitioners think that everything is actually real, and this is a cause for being reborn as a Rudra, as a demon. So forget about benefiting other beings, but that this is a cause for falling into the suffering of samsara oneself. If we believe in the real material existence of things.
Then Tanzi get pay, make a salnayan, then take on a thing over Tombati, Sambajan, Nambatin Rece, the Sharvare, some Titam Jetan, the Taba Suguyos, and the Rece and the Mikpachagores, the Tamzi go Tombai.
So if we're visualizing that things are pure, then we also have to remember that their essence is emptiness. So even if things appear in a certain way, even though they appear as pure phenomena, their essence is emptiness. We have to remember this.
Teng Chö Se Tene Tan Sam Shak Yin Se Lan Chin Bre Tene Chuzi Nipa La Perwa Che Tene Question Yana Tene Lan Chin Ki Diablo La Tene Answer Shuk Yin Se.
Okay, thank you. Now we'll stop here for now and have the lunch break. We'll come back at 2 o'clock. And if anyone has any other questions, then we can answer them after lunch.
Sonam De Tam Che Sepa Nye Tam Ne Nye Pe Dam Nam Pam Che Je Ga Na Che Ba Long Chuk Pai Se Pe Tso Len Do Wan Do Wa Sho Kin Lo Cho Sum Ring Lo Chen Zam Nen Sa Sum Cha Pa Dung Jue Cho Sum Na Wan Da Men Ra Te Sum Ge Le Sho Ka Rin Che Sai